All right, we should be live and ready to go with the third of four double elimination stage matches of the first round of double elimination, that is. And today, or tonight, whenever you're watching this, it's number 2 seed Shelty versus the number 7 seed Matreiuss. So Shelty has predominantly played Norse coming into this, and Matreiuss has predominantly played Poseidon. Now, of these two players, Shelty actually has not even lost a game yet in the tournament. Matreiuss, on the other hand, has had a bit of trouble to get to this round, although obviously he's here, so he has been winning. But in the previous round, he played against, who was it? Fox? Yeah, it was Fox, and nearly lost. That one, he ended up winning the series 3-2, which it was a phenomenal series, but man, one game he was like this close, maybe even closer, this close to losing. But he pulled it out, and that's in the end. That's all that matters is that he won, Shelty won, and now they face off on an assortment of maps, starting off with the water map Mediterranean, and then we're moving into Ghost Lake, Savannah, Blue Lagoon, and Arctic Craters. Now, the four landmass will probably all play fairly similarly. They're all pretty open. Land maps with moderate hunt. Savannah can have a lot of hunt sometimes, but they're all pretty open. So we'll probably see game 2, 3, 4, and 5 get there. Play pretty similarly. Game 1 will be obviously different because it's Medit, but I've got the games ready to go. I'm ready to go. I hope you guys are ready to go, and we will move right on into our game. Let's get that nice and lined up. We'll move right on into our games. First game will be on Mediterranean. All right, what are we looking at here? They're all mixed up. All right, Poseidon versus Kronos. Okay, I did not think we would see a Kronos game here, but we've got it. Poseidon versus Kronos on Mediterranean, and Shelty is our Kronos player. And of course, Matreiuss, as expected, is our Poseidon player on Mediterranean. So Kronos, it's an interesting choice in my opinion that he would choose to go Kronos here. Kind of a niche pick. You don't really haven't seen much Kronos in this tournament. In fact, this might be no. There was an earlier Kronos game that I streamed, but don't see a lot of Kronos. Usually, Oranos is favored in most matchups, so why go Kronos when you can go Oranos? Kronos has a few things that he can do on the water, though, which is some early deconstructs. On the dock to slow down, and then a pretty heavy early classical push, wish forward, temple, time shifted, Prometheans, oracles, a second deconstruct, and with the hope of pushing off the opponent off of Medit pretty quickly. Hello, Gregg. Good to have you here. And here he comes. I'm wondering if he's going to use the deconstruct. I think he will. And actually doesn't really slow down too much. You saw that Matreiuss was able to garrison the food both times. So Matreiuss will probably be able to put the dock up before the boats are actually done. Reaching up to 25. Yeah, this one might go a little bit idle. Yeah, that is the bracket. I changed the bracket on my stream. It's current up through what I have casted. So as long as you're up to date on my streams, you won't be spoiled. And here's a boar. Should start eating this boar. It's very tasty. So yeah. So what kind of eco does he have though? He does have got a little extra food in the bank, but yeah, both of these ended up not being idle, so that's good. Just slows down his advance though a little bit, which is, speed is everything for the Kronos push. Shelty will probably try to age up at like 4 minutes, I'd say, and hoping that the Poseidon won't be earlier than 4:45. Poseidon actually, though, faces. I think Poseidon does pretty well against Kronos here. You'll get the ceasefire. That'll give you a minute. That'll give the Poseidon a minute to catch up in early classical age. Also, even though he gets the delayed dock with the fishing ships, the lure helps him go faster on land because it gets him the hunt right next to his town center, as we see here, the boar and then the aurochs. Though I'm not sure why he's eating. Maybe it's to maximize pathing, I suppose, but I'd prefer to see them on the aurochs actually. So this is a little bit peculiar, but that's okay. Shelty should be aging up once his last. Yeah, he should be aging up now, or as close as he could get. 352. He's a little bit slow in food actually. This is going to be about a 415 age up, which is a little bit slower than what you'd normally see. I think he maybe should have had this Vil eating from a pig. And then this is pretty standard. You'll get 4 wood, 2 gold, time shift to tempo 4. Doesn't really care. I think Matreiuss has line of sight of this. He does. It doesn't really matter. He knows it's coming. Matreiuss will want to build like probably even potentially a 4th dock here. Maybe. We'll see what he does. Matreiuss is now aging up about a 450, so that's not too bad. And yo, what's up, Blossom Goose? So we'll see. We'll have the oracles still be a little bit, actually. This is a little bit slower than what Shelty would have liked. Deconstruct will be back up in 1 minute, 10 seconds. Should have 2 docks. What's up, ASDF, SDFG? It's like your password or something to your account. And alright, here comes the oracles. We'll get in on this. Promethean will get on the dock as well. He actually, I don't know if he knows. Okay, I was going to say it might actually be more value to come to this gold mine, because this gold mine is super far forward. Just needs to stay away from the town center. It should really be able to screw these villies up. And did get the special. I like this tech. The balance patch has made this a little bit better. It gives them more hit points, more attack damage, and faster speed, which actually makes them pretty decent against villies. Yeah, this is. I like this more than attacking the dock. I feel like you get a lot more value out of this. As long as these Promethean is getting. Okay, yeah. So the ceasefire comes right out. Probably will make a 4th dock. I'm guessing. Maybe? No? I guess it doesn't need to, because if we have a deconstruct, it'll only be 1 more dock. So we'll still have 2 docks. But yeah, nice pressure in the gold. It would have been nice. I mean, just imagine if Shelty, I don't know what happened, but just a little bit slow advance. He would have been there like 10 seconds earlier, 15 seconds, just to get on top of the gold a little bit faster. But ceasefire will be up in 28 seconds. He is. Matreiuss got a dock foundation here, but I don't see how he's going to make it. I don't know why he's got it there. Got both heroes out. That's good, actually. These 2 heroes really kind of takes care of this. And boat count, we've got. Oh, I think Matreiuss got his in his. Yeah, 1, 2. Matreiuss only has 3 boats, though. Shelty has a lot more. Should be seeing a deconstruct right away. Okay, there's a deconstruct. The Byreme should target the heroes. Get this hero, not the boat. Okay, well now fight the boats. Oh, now don't shoot the hero. Oh no. Ooh, that was a really bad trade for Shelty. Actually, a lot of boats for Matreiuss here. Really, and this is kind of what the power of the ceasefire does against this strategy. Is it allows the Poseidon to keep up. Yeah, I agree with that too. The deconstruct, as Boyd puts in the chat, Matreiuss wouldn't be able to keep up production from 3 docks anyway, so might as well not deconstruct the dock, because that just gives them the 110 wood back. We got a random Promethean down here. The heroes are coming down. So Matreiuss has reacted well. Shelty still has the army numbers slightly. But this centaur up here too, this is actually pretty key. This is a lot of idle vil time. And now that's going to force Shelty to send all of his oracles back. So they are coming back, and yeah, this centaur is really doing some damage here. A lot of idle villy time, and this is pushing Shelty completely defensive. Just finished watching Matreiuss versus Fox, so well, if you just finished, then you should have known. Sorry, man. Well, you'll be all right. Life does go on. Big fight here. You got the oracles coming on the. Ooh, this is probably a good fight for Matreiuss at this point. What do we got? 12 boats to 12. Yeah, this is a good fight for Matreiuss. Oh, why Matreiuss is shooting at the fishing boat. And okay, the centaur is dead. Boats here. Shelty will probably end up pushing Matreiuss back eventually, courtesy of the dock fire. Deep inside, you knew that was what's going to happen. It's still worth it, though, watching that series. If I don't know what game you're at, but it was a really good series, just for good games. It's fun to watch, but... Yeah, oh, I don't want to... Shelty going way forward there with his boats. Alright, get back, get back. See, 2 docks versus 2 docks, the Greek gets the advantage because the Greek boats are stronger. So actually, Matreiuss is just going all in right here, and he has ended up overpowering Shelty. I think Matreiuss got a lot of value out of that centaur that went forward. Now we've got the oracles fighting a couple heroes, and Shelty will be pushed off of water here pretty quickly. It does have this random Promethean, which Matreiuss notices. Okay. These oracles will finish off this here. What God is good against Greek? That is a very good question. This is technically, yes, it is the quarterfinals. However, were you doing a double elimination stage? Actually, this is, oh, come on, you should see these vills. It's like there's no hero. Did Shelty notice these vills coming down? Because he's going to try to get this town center. I think Shelty noticed. So, technically, yes, it is the quarterfinals, but it's double elimination. So, the loser here still has a chance to win, albeit through the bottom bracket. So, Zeus v. Zeus is the best god. Yeah. It's a good question. I feel like... I don't know. People probably disagree with me. I still think Isis does pretty decently against Zeus on Medit, because of the power of the Ancestors' Eclipse. But there is no ceasefire right now, so this will actually be pretty valuable for Shelty. He's going to have to stop this town center. The Promethean should really be on the town center, or the Oracle should be. Because he needs to stop this town center. If he can stop this town center, it's a really big win for Shelty here. But we've got the Greek boats with the long range, and lots of villies going down. Yeah, he's going to at least delay it. Try to kill these last 2 villies. Should be able to. There we go. Yeah. Oh, there's still one more. Oh. One more villy, and now the units are starting to come out for... Oh god. Oh, gets her. So here comes some more. So Shelty won't be able to stop the town center anymore, but this was worth it. Definitely got a ton of value. Oh, he already used bulkier. You already missed it. Matreiuss already used ceasefire early on when Shelty aged at like 420 and got a lot of pressure on this early gold mine with the forward temple. So Shelty... Probably the fighting should not happen anymore. The civs are overall balanced, but you still have like certain maps where some gods are just pretty good at, and Medit is one of those that Greek are pretty good at, just because of they have the best. Really, the main thing is the best. Losing some Oh man, losing some tournament here. But the Greek are probably the best because they have the best boats. They also probably have the best god powers for a Medit as well. Restoration is so big, and even Pestilence is good to some extent. And as we saw here, Ceasefire basically nullified the early Kronos advantage. Shelty, though, despite that really good push on the town center, is going to have probably a hard time getting his third because Matreiuss is ahead in Villi count, courtesy of all the fish that he has. He does have Poseidon. Yeah, I think Hades does do well against Zeus. Yeah, Poseidon is the god of the sea, but gets nothing out of it. These boats also for Poseidon or for Shelty are a waste of resources. I would have been. Oh man, he's just getting shredded though on water and land right here. Don't know why he made these boats. Not much value with them. Kind of a lot of wasted resources by Shelty here. I mean, if he would have put those resources of the boats into the town center, it would have been a little bit better. Now he's kind of going way forward with these units too, and not exactly. He's kind of distracted by this, and this is. Oh, the boats are going to show. Okay, alright, he retreats. But still, these boats will get in a lot of damage as they retreat. He gets a hippocampus. Yes. Yes. No, the point in chat about Hades. So Hades gets restoration. Hades gets Underworld, which is also really good on Medit. Hades also gets better archer units, which if you go to late game, you probably get more value out of better archery ranged units than you do out of better infantry. So yeah, I might put Hades as ahead of Zeus. The one thing Zeus gets though is that huge favor buff. That's pretty significant. Why does Shelty have any more boats? He doesn't. So because Shelty doesn't have water, he can't fight close to the shore at all. Otherwise his units will just get wrecked. And yeah, Shelty, if he wouldn't have wasted those resources into wood, he would have been able, you get it? If he wouldn't have wasted on wood, he would have had enough to build the town center. And now he doesn't have enough to build the town center, nor does he have the army to defend. And probably once he sees this town center go up from Matreiuss, might end up resigning at that point, because down 4-2 town centers without the water on Medit as Atlantean, I don't think you're gonna get it. Ships don't benefit from any archer upgrades. They benefit from armory upgrades. And there's just a couple random upgrades here and there that they benefit from. I mean, getting a raid on the gold mine, but at the expense of the town center. So, I mean, these vills can really just go to like wood or be idle, and it really wouldn't matter. Poseidon should get the Argo earlier than Mythic. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Argo is so bad anyway, but that is something that's kind of... Okay, so 4-2 town centers. Is Shelty like aging at all? Oh man, I always do this. I also forgot about the Argo. It's easy to forget about that thing. The Argo is a hero boat that only Poseidon gets access to. But it's really bad. And Poseidon is good, though. I think, Solstair, what you are undervaluing is the value of Lure. Lure basically turns any map for Poseidon into a high hunt map. Basically, I mean, you're going to simplify it, but Lure is really strong. And with the nerfs to Bolt, how it doesn't do as much, Lure is better than Bolt. Lure is really good. And the his cavalry line. I mean, Hippocon are so strong now. They're a little bit cheaper, which isn't, but cheaper and cheaper stables is also, I think, pretty important. But a little bit. Now, Hippolyta has been buffed though with this most recent patch. She's actually pretty solid now. So if we lowered her attack animation to the point where she's actually pretty reasonable now. Guys, just picking apart the game design. Yeah, Ghost Lake lured his opponents both boars. Yeah, no, the lure is really good. I don't think it gets the love that it should. I mean, it also, I mean, even if it is a high hunt map. Okay, so Shelty is up. He's probably gonna max out. Yeah, some. The Phillies are gonna come at the temple, scared of a. Oh, killing this hero will actually allow Matreiuss to rebuild his hero. Yeah, Odysseus is still better, but Hippolyta actually does pretty decent. But yeah, I think overall Zeus is more flexible, but Poseidon still has some value. This is actually really good. Killing this, it allows for 2 to come out, and yeah, killing the hero. This one hero will repel this attack. So nicely done by Matreiuss here. I don't think he'll be able to kill it. Oh, not even close. Especially because of how path blocked these things are. Now he's going to kill a house, which... not going to get much value out of that, because then you just kind of produce more army to kill your BMS. If Shelty... I mean, Shelty's actually reacted pretty well so far. I thought he'd be a little bit further than this. Probably getting the temple up here. Well, here comes Aphrodite now. Temple up here was maybe a little bit greedy. Maybe you could have done it over here. Or just have your BMS with your army. Like, I feel like though Shelty probably could have once he was aging up, kind of swapped from this side. Like, this fight really does nothing for Shelty other than defends his gold mine, but I feel like he probably could have moved his army over here and time shifted a temple up here and got the BMS in the army on this. But shoulda, woulda, coulda, and it's easy to say watching the recorded game. Here comes Curse in. That does allow another BMS to come out. Shelty will still win this, but Matreiuss is well ahead. Is aging up, age 4 Artemis. And oh, that's another reason. We're talking about why go Poseidon instead of Zeus. Earthquake is a super good god power in 1v1. Super good. Especially against Atlantean with the weaker buildings. I mean, Earthquake is going to level all of this and it'll be GG. Good against Norse too, because Norse also have weaker buildings. Nice trader there. Get a lot of splash damage in on these Toxotes here. It's really nice. Got Hippolyta getting picked off by the... oh, but here's the other hero. How close are we up to Mythic? 52%, so we still got about 45 seconds. But this push is not quite working for Shelty. You know, if Shelty's at 3 town centers, if he would have grabbed this instead of wasting resources on boats, he'd still be behind, but at least he'd be at 3 town centers. I think he could have gotten it pretty reliably. Shelty also, as soon as this gold mine comes out, he's got 80 gold left. I don't know if he's going to be able to take control of this, especially with Earthquake now about 20 seconds away. We're about to... oh, we're about to see an Earthquake come down, and that's going to be it. Yeah, that Chimera... oh, we don't even get to see Earthquake. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, that's too bad. But yeah, the Chimera is also good. Well, GG. That's the first game to Matreiuss. I just don't feel like the early 3:30 or 4-minute rush, I guess. This Phil coming in. This 4-minute rush as Kronos versus Poseidon works at the high level. I think that if he were going to go like Atlantean, Gaia is probably a better choice here, maybe. Or Oranos. I think Kronos is just so cheese, which can work, but not against a decent opponent. I feel like, seemed like Matreiuss kind of was potentially anticipating it. Seemed like he prepared pretty well for it and knew it was coming. And we can see Shelty just a little bit behind all game. Military pop. This is the boat battle. Didn't work out well for him. And then was able to keep up decently well for a little bit there, but then just out-ecoed towards the end. And that's that. So a 1-0 to Mr. Matreiuss. Let us real quick update our Shelty v Matreiuss, update our little scorecard here. Let's see, we are looking at Matreiuss's Poseidon. Deconstruct gave Poseidon militia. That would be pretty cool. And then we also need a Kronos for the Shelty. And then a win for Matreiuss. So there we go. Now we'll move on to 3 pretty similar land maps. Ghost Lake, Savannah, and Blue Lagoon. So let us continue forward our march in the best of 8. Do they pick gods in advance, or how does it work? So how it works, let me go back now. How it works is that the map set is put out each match in the tournament. Like each match has its own randomized map set. The map sets are released at the start of each weekly round. So these players would have known these matches were coming, or these maps were coming about 6-7 days before the actual game. So it gives them time to kind of see, okay, these are my maps, this is what I'm going to go, this is what I'm looking at. You also then, you have free god choice, but it's blind pick. So that does put just a little bit of kind of randomization into it, where you don't know what the other player is going into the game. So you might get maybe some players trying to counterpick, but then the other player like counterpicking the counterpick kind of thing. So that's how it works. But yeah, there's no restrictions. They can pick whatever gods they want going into the game. The maps they can't pick, and the maps are predetermined. Yeah, and you don't get militia if you delete. That'd be funny. Just spam greeneries. Alrighty, let's go into game number 2 on Ghost Lake. Odin, okay. I was expecting to see Shelty transition to Odin. And we've got Odin down here on the bottom in our color blue. And then Matreiuss has switched to Zeus. His Zeus pick here almost makes me think that he was not anticipating Odin, or maybe he thought that Poseidon plays poorly into Odin, which is maybe a little bit true because the patch has given Ulsarks a base 10% attack bonus versus cavalry, which is kind of Odin's specialty. Or not Odin, which is kind of Poseidon's specialty. So maybe that's why he's gone Zeus, because he's kind of anticipating more of a hoplite Toxote army composition as opposed to like any sort of Hippocon. We do have Shelty on his starting hunt here. He did not use Great Hunt? Yeah, he did. So it was originally just a 1 boar spawn, which Shelty Great Hunted with goats to get a 2 boar spawn. I don't think that's maybe the best use of it. We should have a side hunt pack somewhere. Matreiuss does not know where any of his hunt is. Actually, now he has found it. It's just 1 boar though. So this is an example of a game where you would really love to have the lure. As I was talking about earlier, the lure would give a ton of value on this map because of how little hunt there is available. In fact, where is the hunt? The hunt, okay. Here's the hunt right there. Actually, a nice, healthy pack of hunt. What I mean is, like, your starting hunt, there's almost no starting hunt. You only have one boar. You could have Matreiuss just hunting a classical age right next to his town center, or moving forward and getting this. The one downside to the lure, though, the Osberg wagon, is that it can just lure your own hunt, which in some way kind of defeats the purpose, because you're kind of taking hunt from yourself. But kind of depends sometimes how you place it too. Yeah, Greek versus Norse. I agree with you. I think Greek versus Norse are the most fun games to watch because they tend to be so aggressive. If you watch the stream for Player versus Hell's Ravage, the Greek v Norse game on Tundra, that was a really fun game to watch because it was one town center and just constant fighting the entirety of the game. But you're the only one who gets hungry watching villains eat meat. Maybe. Now that you mention it, yes. Archers are cheaper. Troll and centaurs are cheaper. I wonder if we would see... I would almost go up with Hermes here as the Zeus, I feel like, with only one hunt pack. So Ghost Lake is one of those maps, just like any map. There's variety within the map itself as far as hunt spawns, and Ghost Lake can spawn one secondary hunt pack or two, and we have just the one secondary hunt, although it has spawned at the highest, I think, level of hunt that you can have for that one spawn. I think, what is this, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? I think it can be all the way down to like 5 or 6 hunt, so nice to have a high spawn, but it doesn't have the double spawn, so maybe a little bit worse for Odin, but not terrible. Yeah, Set got nerfed in the most recent patch. Set got nerfed. Actually, Set's got over the entire patch log. Set has got nerfed decently, to the point where I think Set's in a good spot now, although the Set players will say it's over nerfed. But I mean, even if it is over nerfed, I mean, let's be real, it's probably going to be nice to hopefully see some tournaments that don't have Set v Set v Set v Set in the finals and semifinals. So far this tournament has gone. This is not the lower bracket. This is the, again, spoiler free, so if you know the results and crap, keep it out of your mouth or off your fingertips. This is the top bracket. This is the first round of the double elimination. So number 2 seed Shelty versus number 7 seed Matreiuss. And what kind of age ups we got? Very slow age up. 5'10" age up versus a 4'4". I feel like this age up is way too slow. Might just see a forest fire come in on this right here right away. Actually be a high value. I would do the forest fire here. I think he gets a ton of value out of it. Or delay the forest fire just to get Villy's idol. I would have forest fired here because this kind of opens up this entire corner. We'll also have a Valk coming. The hero should not be chasing the Valk. Or not be chasing the Olsark. Because that's going to give the Valk free range of the... Oh, will he pick up a Vil? No. Oh, the Olsark lives with 2 hit points. There's that Odin regen coming. Oh man, this Valk should have been going right to the hunt because the hero's up here. Alright, so the Olsark will slowly regenerate his health. And in the backside, what do we got coming up for him? Nice little wall here to protect that forward gold mine. Matreiuss has a ton of resources. What is he doing? Oh, he's doing centaur spam. Okay, but he has a ton of food. Like, this is kind of a peculiar... Oh, wow. That Valk just got smoked. This is a... interesting... He's gonna probably need more wood if he wants to keep the centaur spam up. Centaurs... Oh, idle. Centaurs really smash Olsarks. But actually, so far we have Shelty making raiding cavalry and a few Hersier. So actually, with him seeing the Hermes, there's really no point in making Ulfsarks because Centaurs absolutely demolish the Ulfsark. Just destroy them. Matreiuss, how's his eco looking? He's still got a ton of resources. I think he might be trying to grab a town center, maybe? Get some damage in on the Vils. We'll have the heroes target the Hersier. Probably bolt one Hersier. He's got bolt, yeah. Good bolt. No, the most recent patch nerfed quite a bit, actually. Yeah, he is going to grab an early town center. It nerfed Pharaoh attack on Villies, and also nerfed Wadjet attack on Villies, which was aimed at the early shifting sands. And here come these raiding cavalry. So Matreiuss knows about these. And getting some nice raids on. Oh, garrison him! Ah. And this raid down here will not get anything because the food is gone. Actually, a nice opening for Matreiuss. I thought maybe he'd be a little bit punished for his slow advance, but no. I would have liked to seen Matreiuss maybe get his second wood upgrade, because he had a lot of resources he was floating. Oh, this town center also protects the berries too. I wonder if Shelty's going to go up for a quick age 3. And now that I see the armory, I think we're going to for sure see a quick age 3. It doesn't have a ton of food though in the bank. He's still got this boar here. I wonder why he's on the wood or the berry and not that boar. The Raven is dead, so Shelty knows about that. Yeah, I would have preferred to see the forest fire on this because I feel like that opened up his base a little bit more. It would give a little bit better access to the gold mine there. Oh, ho, ho. So the Centaur special is 100% accuracy against anything. So the only way to dodge it is like the garrison, so they can pick off raiding cavalry. And what are we seeing from Shelty? We are seeing no army. Still just this board just kind of hanging out. I mean, it isn't like he's Odin or anything and gets a bonus eating from the hunt. Would like to have seen maybe these walls finished off here, because this will give free reign for the Centaur if they want to run in. And these two heroes would be enough to kind of repel the raiding cavalry. Though they might get in on this Villi, kill the Villi, and retreat. Oh, no, they're not going to kill the Villi. Run, run, run. Matreiuss being a little bit tentative or passive with his Centaurs. I mean, he can run circles around the slow Hersier. What do they got? 4.2 speed is compared to 6.5. And he could be running in, picking off, throwing axemen, picking off Villies. Yeah, so Odysseus is a beast. Shelty aging now. What is he gonna... Frost or... I don't want to click because I don't want to know. Frost or Nord? Here. Is there a hole? I don't think there is. It's close though. He didn't. I don't think there. I think it's up against this tree. I'm gonna agree. I think it's going to be Frost. Nord against the powerful Greek units, just not so good. And yeah, it is Frost. So 50% up Frost. Matreiuss's score is looking really, really good. Oh, shoot. That's a good raid for Matreiuss there. I don't know if the one town... Oh, now here's the second town center. Like, Shelty doesn't have enough natural resources to reach a quick reg, I feel like. So I think he's going to have a hard time doing any sort of, like, reg. And Matreiuss... not exactly close to aging up, but he's got a nice army. Would probably be better for Matreiuss rather. I don't know if he's going to try to age up or not, but should just make a classical army. Got the Frost Giant. Do we have any more Frost Giants coming out? One more, and that's the end of the favor for Shelty. And these Centaurs are picking off more. The Raiding Cavalry are getting hurt. Get a freeze on a hoplite that kind of was wandering the middle lake. Oh, man. I mean, Shelty could try to go for an all-in attack on the town center, but we do have ceasefire, don't we? So even if we see, like, Matreiuss just needs to be defensive, stay in his base, not get caught out. He's still got, what has he got? 1,000 gold, and so he's still got 3,000. Which games are scheduled this weekend? I don't want to tell you because that'll give spoilers for these results. So if somebody knows, you guys can maybe send him a whisper, but I don't want to put it in chat. Matreiuss should not be fighting this. There's no point to fight. I don't know why Matreiuss is fighting this. He doesn't need it. It's like just a random fight over nothing. He is killing the other... Oh, you guess... yeah. That's not a good fight for Matreiuss. A peculiar fight. I don't know why the fight over nothing when your army is inferior. I like this little path through the cliff here. It's kind of cool. Because now Shelty probably doesn't... Yeah, go join the Discord. That'd probably be the best thing. Looks like there'll be 2 matches this weekend. But yeah, if you want to, exclamation point BGO will get you the Discord link. That gives what I was saying was, I feel like Matreiuss was ahead before that. I think that was a really poor fight for him to take. And he's got a lot of resources in the bank. I think he should just stay heroic. And Shelty is trying to push through this gate here. Okay, does get that little kind of... kind of the panic build here. Matreiuss actually doesn't have a lot of... Well, he's... Okay. Alright, a little bit of a raid down here. Shelty's got some idle villies there. But Matreiuss... Oh, wow. Why did he keep his villies up here this long? I mean, it's not like they went through 2 walls. And... Oh... Oh... That's a bad ceasefire. Oh... He looks like he's going to try to use it to get the town center, but he's not going to build it in time. Maybe he will. It'll be close. Shelty didn't quite get to the town center in time to build it, but... will he build... I mean... Now he can just frost it and kill the town center, so I guess that's kind of what he's trying to do. Oh, it's going to be close. I think he's going to get the town center. But, oh, this annoying Vil walling that off. So here comes the frost. So he will frost that. He almost could have waited just a bit. But, now Shelty will win this fight. Yeah, so Matreiuss will have to run. So... Yeah, just get a little bit of hits on the town center, make sure it doesn't go up. Now turn and fight, though. Yeah, there you go. Matreiuss is just trying to distract long enough. But yeah, just get the town center knocked down, and then come back and fight after. Yeah, I don't like that No, ceasefire is not a god power shield, not like rain or eclipse. So you can use god powers in. So yeah, now Matreiuss is going to lose all these Vils. Well, should lose. It would have been nice to maybe to see a wall here. Look at this random frost snow lake effects here. That's kind of cool. Never really noticed that before. It's pretty cool. And now Shelty will grab that town center. That was a really good god power trade. I would have been nice to see Shelty wall that off, but I think it'll go all right. But I don't think Matreiuss' play there was to come forward like that with the help of ceasefire. I feel like he gets more advantage out of waiting to cease after a frost, rather than ceasing and then getting frosted. Of course, again, we're watching and it's easy to say, oh, this hoplite raid, the fortified town center. H3 Apollo. Okay, this isn't, I don't know why Shelty's really fighting right here. Losing a lot of raiding cavalry underneath the town center and crap. Should probably wait to get, okay, now he's getting the rest of his units in. So, I don't think these hoplites are going to kill it. No, not with, Shelty switched Villies to Olsarks there. And Shelty is going to push through on this town center. I don't think Matreiuss has the eco to rebuild 160 pop to 100. So Matreiuss just took a really bad fight here. So bad fight on this corner there, and then a bad trade of the god powers is kind of what, because he was ahead, but just a couple tactical errors and he comes back on this town center. Oh, you fight with the dwarves, but yeah, he had nice farms. Not anymore. Yeah. Oh, now we have an underworld. Okay. We're gonna have the Bills take it down. Yes. I love it. I love these kind of plays. It's actually worth it. I like it. It is worth it. Yeah, we already covered that. Cease does not block. But now, Matreiuss not having an army. Let's have some eco, but not much of an army. Oh, the Toxotes down here, right next to the raiding cavalry. Okay, looks at. Right. Yeah, we're moving, guys. Oh, the other side. Yeah, the recorded game. I block my. I don't have the recorded game bar, so I don't know. But yes, the Manicore comes out, and the Toxotes. This game isn't. If Matreiuss can hold this. Okay, he does have Masons, so that's good. Why does Rain block God Powers? It just does. Why not? It kind of makes, you know, it's part of the having things different here. I think Matreiuss might hold this. Oh, there's so many Frost Giants. But there's two of them are almost dead. And Hercules, or Heracles, whatever he is, he's kind of out of position. Boy, get the Manicore on the Throwing Axeman, though. Is Shelty going Gregg? No, he's not. He's hunting in the middle. Oh, this game is getting juicy. Shelty went all in here. And that did not turn out well for him. But Matreiuss does not want to lose his. He needs to go back to his. He should have repaired his underworld. He can't afford to lose it. Can't afford. He's got the army. Get through and repair it. You got Villies. Repair it. Okay. All right. Coming through again. Underworld is so strong. Oh, he saves it. Ava on fire. It's just followed. Well, that's an interesting name. Alright. I'd like to see another hero because this guy's Odysseus not too healthy. Oh, here he is. Heracles. Well, this game's gotten kind of juicy. How is Shelty's eco? Good eco. It looks like he is saving up for Gregg. Frost Giant. There's no hero here. The Frost Giants, even though they're almost dead, will like do a ton of damage to this. I mean, this dude's got 6 hit points and he just won't die because they're not attacking him. He's got 6 hit points. Oh man. 6 hit points. 6 and 34, and they're still doing work. Man. Just walk right past that guy. Oh, the raid on the middle. Shelty's got a much... Matreiuss lost a ton, though, of eco in all of that. Okay. Alright, there we go. These giants are cleared out. Okay, here comes the Gregg. Will be coming soon. And where is Matreiuss' army now? Oh, he left. I think you gotta stay here. Oh. Because he won't be able to hold this town center now. What is this nonsense? He's trying to go to the gold, but yeah, Shelty's aging up, and Matreiuss could have defended this if he would have had his army there, but we've got the Heracles chasing down the Vils, along with the his friends the polar bears. But otherwise, although Matreiuss doesn't know, but you should kind of predict that Gregg is coming. So really a raid won't do a whole lot as long as it doesn't kill Vils, which, well, we're killing some Vils here, so that's nice. Look at these wild farms. Man. Walk much? Man, this is an interesting game. I think the Gregg will be good enough to win it for Shelty. Though he doesn't have much of an arm. He has not a lot of pop. Remember, he's only at 70% pop. Army should start once these frost giants show up. What is Matreiuss doing on the back? Oh, he's trying to age up. I think that's the wrong play. I think you just stay heroic and mass Hypaspis. I don't think you try to age up here. Oh, no wall here. Hera can, but it's going to be too late, I feel like. Like, it's a minute and a half to age up, and he still doesn't have the resources. I think he transitioned and isn't now. Yeah, he switched. Okay. He needs more barracks, though. He's only got 2. That's not good. Like, he got caught in between. This isn't good. What kind of a Villi rig did we have, anyway? 72 Vil Gregg. He wouldn't have made it in time, though. It's a minute 30 to age up. He just was too slow. I think he was going for it, but Poseidon, I think Shelty aged a little bit faster than what Matreiuss anticipated, and now he's kind of caught with his proverbial pants down, and he was too slow to start making an army. So I think it's also, I think he's anticipating more than just 4 Greggs to come here, so he's building another fortress. And there are no, where are the Hypus? Okay, then they're coming. Should just fall back from here. Don't want to lose your army. There you go. Okay, not bad, not bad. I got the fire giant. Here comes the other. I think Shelty must have forgotten about this. Okay. So now we've got a couple of Paspis. Eco, just not much of an eco though. And does he have building? He does have building upgrades. I don't really want to fight here. No towers though, either. And no eco to even get towers. So I think that will be it. I think the Gregg will be strong enough. Matreiuss just not quite enough attack. And that is it. GG. So the Gregg was enough. Shelty just, even though he was, even though Matreiuss was able to push back on the big attack on the main town center, he took so much eco damage that he was so far behind. This is the attack on his eco, and just the ceasefire trade was not good. That one fight on the front was not good either, and that kind of result. I mean, if he loses half of these vills, I feel like Matreiuss wins. Like if Matreiuss is, say he just comes down to like 65 vills instead of 50, that's okay, and he's still up. But yeah, that was just a few key mistakes there, and well played by Shelty to get that. And that's what allowed Shelty to win that game. So 1-1. Let's update our little thing here. Let's see. We had a Zeus here. Zeus. Yep, there we go. Order up the Zeus. Order it to the top. And we had Odin. So Odin v Zeus. We will copy paste our win. There we go. Hades the best god to hold Ragna? Yes, I would. Well, Egyptian is also pretty good, but Egyptian, Ra, Hades. I mean, they're all those are pretty good. Greek can do well too, obviously with the Hippospis, which really shred Reg, but probably Egyptian plus / Hades are the best. But anyway, game 3 will be Savannah. Will we see more of the same? I mean, really, the way that game went, Matreiuss overall played well to win. He just had just a couple key mistakes, key gameplay decisions that cost him. And Shelty, I don't know, he played well. I think he did a good job to capitalize on Matreiuss's mistakes there, I feel like. But we will move on to game number 3. Poseidon versus Odin. Poseidon, okay, alright, switches to Poseidon on Savannah. So what are we looking at? Is Shelty is Odin again? Why not? He just won with Odin. And we've got Matreiuss back to his natural god Poseidon. And got a nice rhino spawn to start off the day. And Shelty doesn't quite have that scouted, which is a little bit too bad. It's actually probably just out of line of sight, which hurts just a little bit. Be nice for him to find it. Might be just on the other side of these trees. I'm guessing here, or on the other side of these trees. Oh, 3 elephants spawn though. Ooh, that is juicy. There they are, right down there, just out of sight. So there he's getting his hunting dogs. Probably come down to the rhino. Yeah, the 3 Ellie spawn. That's the Savannah classic. 3 Ellie spawn. That is tasty. Okay, he's gonna get the great hunt to get another rhino plus goats. So might as well use it. Get your great hunt in. There you go. Triple your coats, double your rhinos, and ready to go. That ox cart taking the damage. Get the Zeus coming, or not the Zeus, it's the Poseidon coming forward. Now he cast his lure on this side of the town center so that the rhinos are too close for the lure to attract. Like theoretically, there is a range. So lure kind of has like a double circle of range. So it has like a minimum circle that it doesn't attract into, and then it has like a maximum circle that it does attract to. So if you build it on the side of your starting hunt, you won't attract your own hunt, whereas circle, maybe if he puts it here, it could potentially lure that rhino. It might still be just out of range, but that's why he placed it the way he did. Otherwise, we got any relics spotted out yet? No, we've got, let's see, 4 giraffe spawn, albeit this is the one thing I do talk about of the downside sometimes of the lure, is when it attracts your own hunt, and this one, as we can see, is wandering to the town center. And this giraffe did not cooperate with where it died either. Here it comes. Got a monkey too. It's kind of annoying. Oh, what are we looking at as far as strategies? So typically Here Poseidon is focusing on cavalry. But we've got Odin, whose focus is Ulfsarks, and Ulfsarks do well against cavalry. So we might not see the Hippikon come through here. Just depends. If actually Shelty, he does have 8 goats courtesy of Great Hunt, but if the Poseidon gets really aggressive, Shelty might have a hard time getting forward hunt. Like his giraffe are in the middle of the map, and then the elephants are also really far forward. So he might have, if the Poseidon can go forward and attack soon enough, might push the Odin off of hunt, which that's pretty big. Oh, this Vil is kind of idle here. Oh, she's stuck, surrounded by her peers. There you go. There you go. Alright, a little bit of a wall here. Aging up with Hermes, that's pretty standard. Okay. I don't know if he goes Cav here. It doesn't look like he does based on his Vili distribution. He's doing a little bit of favor gathering. We'll probably see what? Toxodi Hoplite, maybe? Really defensively placed buildings, too. And Shelty also really defensive. And now he is going to come forward to the elephants. Okay. Oh, what relic we got? Walls are cheaper. It's not a bad relic, really, if you make walls. Not bad. Did we see where the other relic was? I don't think anybody scouted. There's another relic hiding somewhere. Alright, so there's Hermes, and Shelty is up right after. Yes, I think food is maybe a little bit behind. But you're right. He was doing well until that one bad fight. Okay, what are we seeing? Stable, double stable. Okay. I didn't think we would maybe be seeing that because of the so few gold miners. But double stable. So actually if Shelty goes Ulfsark here, he'll be in a good shape. Ulfsark with the... Oh, here's the other relic. Oh no, it's the same one. If he goes Ulfsark, just Lone Wanderer, he'll be pretty good. And actually this Valk... If this Valk comes forward far enough to find the almost dead Villies down here, could actually pick a couple off with where they're at. But instead is killing goats. That's too bad. With where these Villies were, could have potentially gotten some damage, and instead she took a ton of damage. That's 33 HP. So she's essentially useless until another Valk comes out later on. And raiding cavalry, that surprises me. Because Shelty scouted the stables. So I'm a bit confused as to why he would go raiding cavalry. Because the raiding cavalry do not trade well with Hippikon. Because comparatively, they both train pretty similar. Oh, nice little raid here, though. Comparatively, they trade pretty well, or they train pretty much the same, and Hippikon are stronger. A little bit slower. But if we have mass Hippikon versus mass raiding cavalry, and Matreiuss goes forward, he would be able to push Shelty off of this hunt. We've got another raid coming through. This almost dead Valk is involved. And we do have kind of countering raids. But here's the problem. As soon as the Valk dies, these raiding cavalry basically aren't very useful. And we're going to have a big push up here. I think right now Shelty has enough units to defend. And yeah, we see that once the Valk dies, the rest of the raiding cavalry have to retreat. Economically, Matreiuss is housed. He is housed. There he goes. Shelty is not housed. And they both have pretty equal military numbers for now. Coming forward, this is a brave stable to build here. Raiding Cal, don't notice. Best streamer streaming. Well, thanks, man. Hello, hello. Oh, these raiding cavalry. Okay, they'll pick off a Vil, but it's going to be at the expense of all of Shelty's hunt for a little bit here. Oh, this is not a good trade for Shelty. Oh, he's fighting this? No, don't fight. Oh, this was disastrous for Shelty. And then these raiding cavalry are coming in at the point where just fight with the Hippocon. Oh, kind of surprised he didn't turn and fight that. Oh, a second centaur. That's not, you don't normally see that. Oh. See this? I think this fight, even though the raiding cavalry, what are we, 15? Well, there's 15 raiding cavalry, so. But still, this fight will go pretty decently for Matreiuss. Anyway. Just because Hippocon are so much stronger. Here comes the lone forest fire on the one tree. Actually might have turned it forward. Oh. Oh, that was... Not a good trade. I mean, the heroes just tank so much damage. Even the centaurs still do decently there as well. And we see Shelty is getting pushed off of Hunt. Despite having a really good like military comparison as far as like units. I mean, we're looking at, you're going to compare stats. 165 hit points, 115, 8.8 attack to 11. Raiding cavalry do have 20% armor, so that's that's a little bit better. But shoot, they just don't trade well against. Oh, Shelty was a little slow to notice this too. He's gonna lose a couple more Vils. He's just. This has to be so frustrating as an Odin player. You see 3 elephants, but you just can't gather from them because you're behind. I would have liked, I don't know, I would have thought Osarks would have been better here, but that's just me, and I am just one person, and I am not a Norse player. But I think actually, yeah, Shelty is going to have a really tough time. Oh no, don't even fight this. Shelty is going to have a tough time maintaining gold. And like, he's got throwing axemen. They're basically useless in this situation. You arrive in Erebus and you're killed by forest fire. There's worse things. I feel like the worst is when you get killed by like a boar, you know, like a wild animal when you're hunting. Yeah, Matreiuss just has to collapse on this gold mine. 95 pop to 69. He's just so far ahead militarily. He just needs to get all of his units together and then he'll be fine. I mean, Shelty's trying to go for a surround here, but really, Matreiuss should probably just turn and fight and he'd probably win. I mean, really, these throwing axemen almost... Well, I guess Shelty does have full HP units here, and Matreiuss does not. Well, Matreiuss is aging up. That's why he stopped making units. He went with an age up. So he's got 1,300 resources, and he is going up Aphrodite. So he's going to go for a full Hippocon curse push. And Shelty is fighting back now. And these Hippocon here. Oh, they killed the ox cart. Here comes the next fatty waddling over. How awkward this ox walks, too. Oh, that's a little bit painful. One thing that he also gets, so if he goes up heroic, with all of all this cavalry that Shelty has. If he makes Prodromos, he'll be in pretty good position. And Matreiuss would really like to... Shelty actually has a window here. If he were to collapse on this gold, we've got Curse at 80%. I think maybe this attack will force out the immediate Curse. Shelty can fight this and win this. He's got enough 17 to 7. But I think we'll get to the immediate Curse, and then that ends the attack. And then we'll start seeing the Prodromos come out. And of course we get the Nemean Lion too, and Shelty should not be fighting this. And the Lion will clear up all the rest of this. And now Shelty should be switching to Ulsarks. Oh, he's getting... Oh, man. 300 food getting spent on a tech that he won't get any value out of, because he won't be able to make raiding cavalry anymore, because the Prodromos will just absolutely destroy them. Oh, see, now he is changing to Ulfsarks, and oh, he canceled it. He did. Okay, so he canceled that tech at like 99%, that raiding cavalry tech, because he didn't actually finish it. No, he didn't. But unupgraded Ulfsark doesn't even have Lone Wanderer, which would be nice. But he's going to have a hard time. This Nemean Lion, without a single Herseer around, is going to cause some problems. And Shelty just needs... Again, we still get these throwing axemen coming out that really are almost pointless. I mean, I guess they do... they'll do a little bit of damage to the Prodromos. Shelty might be able to hold this, actually. Didn't rhyme. Okay. Alright. I was thinking things were looking pretty grim for the old Sheltonator, but as long as he can stay on the hunt long enough to get Ulsarks, he'll be okay. Just needs medium Ulsarks, though. He's up ahead in pop here. These will be some good trades for Shelty right now. And if he can... It actually... Oh, no, lose a few units one at a time. You don't want to do that. So, second town center... Oh, has Matreiuss got eco to age up? No. He doesn't. I don't even know why he'd make a market. Alright. What shall... Okay, now we have the archery ranges. Really what Shelty should do here... I don't know if he's got the eco. He does. All these raiding cavalry on all these throwing axemen. Oh, Shelty's going too far forward. It's another situation where being aggressive is not good. You're here. You love me. Thank you. Like 3 watchtowers here would be so worth it. Like now Shelty's army is splitting. It's so bad. Ah, the Matreiuss is doing this really well. Like Shelty has the army numbers, but they're just being so distracted. Like, Shelty should not have gone forward like this. Instead, I mean, you've got 2,300 food here that he needs to have. Put up like 3 towers, and you're golden. And still no upgraded Ulsarks. Like, with as much... This is going to be a losing fight now for Shelty, because he doesn't have the upgrades. And he's going to have a really hard time killing this, well, especially with this Herseer over here. He's going to have a hard time killing this Nemean Lion. Where are the Herseer? Oh, they're getting... The Herseer aren't even... Wow. I didn't think Shelty would win that, actually. Just to power all these little annoying units. Shelty fights off. Now we have the Toxotes transition. don't need towers. Need some towers. Just a couple towers. Probably not 3 at this point because the gold mine's almost done. Yeah, Nemean Lion is kind of Chimera Jr. Just not nearly as good, obviously, but it's a little fight here. Just the unupgraded old Sarks, though, just don't fare thee well. And now we see that Shelty's army is slowly diminishing. He needs another. Actually, this is what's really killing him. Is he needs like 2 more military buildings. Yeah, Shelty is classic, and I think he's just gonna try to like push off with the dwarf annoyance here, and then has to move all the way over to there. Because you see, Shelty has eco. Oh, this is now the dwarves need to go. What in the world? I'm not sure what Shelty's doing here because it's not over. But he's making it over with this nonsense. Well, now it's over. I mean, trying to fight all these Toxotes in a choke point? It's not gonna work. Like, why? I don't understand. I mean, yeah, he won the fight, but off to Valhalla they go. I mean, he won the fight at the expense of about 20 dwarves, so, I mean, if that floats his boat, I mean, I guess that's good, but, now he has no... no eco. Like, I don't understand it. I mean, he could have just... I mean, it's not like this gold mine is, like, you know, like, unobtainable or anything. And now, again, Shelty's fighting in a choke point here against old Toxotes. Very peculiar play, I have to admit. I mean, that's the kind of thing you do when you're in, like, desperation mode and you have no other options, but... he wasn't to that point yet. I mean, now he is, because he has no eco. And that's it. Man, GG. Oh, you're gonna go to sleep. Okay, well, bulk your mucus. Go to sleep, my man. Yeah, this is... you do see that. Red Vans. This is a good point, and that was another issue we had in I forget which game it was, where all the... oh, it was Hells. Had all of his dwarves just bottle up on one gold mine, and once it's over, it's like, oh, that's it. Where you could potentially have like dwarves funneling from like your main town center to this one, and then when this one runs out, it's not like it's like, you know, the end of the world, because now you've got another gold mine already that's still gathering, plus this one wouldn't have run out anyway because you kind of would have had your dwarves split up. Now, easier said than done, because then you would have to defend 2 points, but I mean, Shelty wasn't even out of gold. Like, he could have moved over here and still probably been able to build up an army and fight at full pop before that fight came. Like, I mean, he lost 20 vills in that. I mean, at the time, let's look at his gold count. At the time, he still had about 450. When was that fight? So the gold stopped at about the 1640 mark. At about the 1640, he still had 500 gold in his bank, so he could have moved over to that other gold mine and still kept up military production. Instead, he kind of like panicked, it seemed like. Took a fight he didn't need to fight, lost all his vills, and then it was over at that point. But that's GG, well played by Matreiuss there. Slightly peculiar, play, I'd say, by Shelty at the end of that. But I mean, he was and the pressure was on. But he did not respond well to the pressure. So Matreiuss, the 7 seed, is now ahead 2-1 as we move on to Blue Lagoon. Let's replenish my water supply. And let's go. Blue Lagoon. Man, I hope we can get to game number 5. I think an Odin Poseidon. Well, my 3v3 yesterday. So troll. That was funny. Yeah, that was entertaining. All right, here we go. Game number 4 on. Oh, let's fix this. Game number 4. Oranos. Okay, Oranos versus Poseidon. So Shelty is like a shapeshifter. This series is gone Kronos, Odin, and now Oranos versus Matreiuss' Poseidon in the red. Who's on the right? Show each other. Little hunt here. So, all right. I feel like this is a pretty even map or matchup. Oranos versus Orange County, like down in Florida. Man. I assume there's another Orange County somewhere, but that's the only one I know of. Okay. Matreiuss. Okay, I like this. So Matreiuss is going forward because typically the Oranos gets the early aggression. So so he's gonna get his early hunt or his forward hunt eaten up so that he has more back hunt later on. And he's also saving his lure so that California? Orange County's in California too? Maybe I'm all messed up. I thought there was I don't know. I'm confused. Whatever. Jeez, I live in Illinois. I know very little of either place, so I did go to college in Florida. But he's also holding on to his lure, probably because he doesn't want to lure his starting or his first pack of food. Rich County Housewives. So he's gonna hold on to his lure so that it doesn't get this hunt, and then probably, I mean, he might as well probably use it at this point. Well, I guess they're still alive. They'll wait a little bit. Okay, Orange County is LA's backyard. Well, that shows I've never been close to California. I was at the Grand Canyon when I was like 3. But that was the closest I got. But yeah, so what we'll see, I would think barracks counter barracks here. You could almost potentially go against a Poseidon. Well, you can't if you go to counter barracks and you don't have access to Mermillo. You kind of need. I mean, advanced shows like that, I'm not really sure are that accurate. I mean, it's reality TV. You just watch AOM streams and Rick and Morty. Oh, are we gonna see an Ares rush? I think we saw Matreiuss do this. No, who did this? Did Matreiuss do it before? Who did we watch that did an Ares rush? I think it was Matreiuss. But is that what we're going to see? So the Ares rush, you get Pestilence. And he used that to great effect. Whoever it was, I can't remember now who it was that we watched that used an Ares rush. And it worked really well. So let's see, what is Matreiuss looking at here? So he'll try to age up once his hero is done for about a 430. Right, he's a little bit low on food. There he goes. And yes, Ares, I like it. Ares has kind of fallen to the wayside over the years. You don't see Ares very much, but we're going to get an Ares rush. So Shelty Yep, right around. They're right around the same time, actually, like a 4:35. But we're gonna see an Ares rush, and Matreiuss will put this push the citizen back here and get some path blocking with the, well, not anymore. I'm trying to. There you go, path block that fatty. I like it. I don't think you'll kill it, but it does waste time. UK related to Thailand and living in Shanghai. Man, both of you guys are doing things that I would love to do, which is travel. Or kind of travel, I guess. But, nope. Ooh, does... Shelty knows about this temple. So I think he's anticipating an Ares rush. So we'll have a military academy and a stable. Not much good to say about Shanghai, huh? Shelty is going to try to spread out his military. Oh, they're too close. One pestilence will get all of this. And we've got the Colossus coming forward. And we're probably going to see pestilence coming up. And that is going to get all these military buildings. Shoo. And Shelty can't even use Valor on these oracles because they're half dead. And what do we got going on here? Getting in on the tower. Okay, so we got 35, 40 more seconds. Idle time. I don't know, killing the tower is really of great value here. Oh, land him on some units. Oh, that's too bad. Box the trees down. Okay, alright. Here come the other units funneling in. We got Hippolyta too. Okay. Try to get in on this manor now. And see, so they'll pop out right away. But he's going to be behind in military. Hoplite Hippocon. That requires a ton of food, but Matreiuss has that because he's Poseidon. Hippolyta picking off the Prometheans. Okay. I was going to say it would be nice to see Shelty move to a different gold mine, which that's what he's done. Okay, the Valor comes forward. Really, there's no point in... I don't know why he has these Zillies repairing. I don't know if it's really worth it. You want to do some Greek myth tattoos, like a chimera. Okay. Base it off of the unit in Age of Mythology. Shelty should send another Villi up here. Like, I don't know why he's just gather from the gold mine. I mean, oh come on, this Cyclops could get in on this Murmillo. Oh, it's throwing it the wrong way. That's cool. All right, all right, all right. This Cyclops though just tanks so much. Because really, if Shelty, well, he's got to defend this. Because if he just abandons this gold mine, then Matreiuss knows there's a Villi up here, which looks like Matreiuss is checking it anyway, which is a good thing because the Anubite, that's the thing that jumps. And Matreiuss is keeping up the pressure, has really good unit here. His army composition is so good. And we've got a raid coming in on the Villi. And this Ares rush is doing some work. Wow. Losing a citizen, gold blocked. Man, I love to see this. This is... A strat like this takes some guts, because if it fails, it's done. But man, if you win early, you look like a god. And this Cyclops still sitting at 650 hit point, or 426 hit points, not even close to being dead. The temple is down. He's defending this gold mine, but he's only got one Villi there. And so far, this has been really, really good for Matreiuss. Shelty only at 55 pop. Matreiuss at 75. And it is not looking good for Shelty here, because He loses this game, he loses the series. Now, he's not out of the tournament if he loses. He's down to the lower bracket. But that puts him on the doorstep of elimination here. And now, just getting out. Just getting out. Remember, no spoilers in the chat because these games were played a while ago, and there has been some games played about a week ago. And now, getting very effective in the 1600s, yes, and apparently very effective at top level too. So we'll retreat another Vili, though now Shelty is kind of happily gathering on the bottom side and is coming forward for a raid. I like this actually, because this army, one thing it does do with the Cyclops, does not do, is that it's very slow here. Was I happy to see Chemo lose against Joe? That's what you're referring to, I assume. Because I don't know any of the results after that. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't care. I just want good games, which they weren't. So, I mean, he deserved to lose. Okay, so Shelty, actually, he's been holding on to Shockwave this whole time. It's actually now, see, if you can survive long enough to not die all the way. I'm kind of actually surprised. I didn't touch on this. Not really surprised, but I feel like Matreiuss shouldn't have moved his entire army up here, because that allowed Shelty just to come down to his base gold mine again. And now Shelty isn't in a bad spot, actually. Oh, Matreiuss is aging, though. Okay. So he'll be up via curse. I guess that's kind of why the army has stopped. Okay, here's a shockwave. I don't... Kills a few units there, I guess. I mean, 3 hoplites for a shockwave. I mean, as long as it doesn't get to the point where he needs a shockwave for another fight. Because what does shockwave have for a cooldown? It's got a 4-minute and like 10-second cooldown. It is a fast age up considering the rush, you're right. Oh, here comes the curse. Okay, so the curse forces Shelty back. We've got a Nemean lion somewhere, there it is. Oh, the Nemean lion does not want to get surrounded though. Oh, come on, Shelty, you could have surrounded the Nemean and probably picked it off. How long before another Valor? That's also important. Almost. So we got almost another Valor ready. This gold mine has 600 gold left, so it's actually almost out. There's Valor. Okay. I said Nemean 3 times in 10 seconds. Alright, well, that's nice. Shelty going forward. I mean, there's only, okay, just 500 gold left now. Eco is, Shelty is okay. Pop-wise, they're pretty similar. Oh, you could, I actually don't know if Shelty loses this. Hippicon. It would be nice if he had Shockwave here, though. She doesn't. I think Shelty needs to run now. Now that his Terma are not at range, he needs to run. The Nemean is tanking so much damage too. Like, and why aren't the hero Murmillo on the Nemean? Like, we've had 2 hero Murmillo that aren't doing anything, but got a random Colossus back here. Actually, that fight did go well for Shelty. Overall, actually. Fairly, I mean, Shelty won it. It was fairly even. Shelty could have won it a lot faster. His hero Murmillo were never attacking the lion. And we've got the random Colossus in the back that Shelty apparently has not noticed. And we've got a lot of Hephaspis here. So Hephaspis... Cyclops just swatting away at that Vil. Oh, I love it. Shelty, the Terma get a... Oh, I don't know if you fight this as Shelty. Not with the Cyclops coming, you don't. Yeah, retreat, retreat. Shelty should go for some raids at this point. Oh, he's out of his base gold though. Send these guys up to that gold mine, and these guys just go to wood. Oh, see, this is okay. All right. A little bit of a mistake though. I don't know where these Villies are going. Yeah, citizens dying on unusual circumstances. You're right. I do love it. What kind of eco we looking at here? 96 pop. Matreiuss. What is Matreiuss? He's kind of logging resources and not doing anything with it. It looks like he might be going for a mythic with Earthquake. Based on the fact that he's walling off his gold, I think he wants to save his gold for as long as he can. And we're going to see a mythic Earthquake, and he's going to try to Earthquake before Shelty is able to age up. So here come the units down here. I don't think Shelty... is there a hole back here? No, there's not. Earthquake coming? What are these guys doing? I think they're anticipating the raid coming here. Instead it's down on this. Yep, just clicked up. So we've got 6% Earthquake. And we'll force... Oh, okay. We'll force the Villies away. The Cyclops will live forever. God, again, this hero is not attacking the Cyclops, which this will probably allow... Oh, just retreat now. Do we have a shockwave? Okay, we do. But again, nothing to kill the Cyclops here. Ooh, yanks up another... Oh, is he going to hit the units running? Oh no, he psyched me out and threw it backwards. How did he do that? Look how far it bounced. This is, of all the special attacks in the game, the Cyclops throw is by far and away the best. And here comes Shelty just running in melee mode. Is he even close to aging? No, he's not. And this Earthquake is going to devastate his base. Absolutely demolished it. I mean, if Shelty just has a few more heroes, like his Murmillos, he's able to push Matreiuss off of gold there. And even though we've got an Earthquake incoming, if he has Matreiuss blocked from gold, I think he might still be able to win. But at this point, we've got Earthquake that's going to be coming. We've got the Cyclops still picking up and yanking units. This is like the most value Cyclops ever. I mean, he's single-handedly won kind of 2 fights. And now we've got... Now the Chimera is up. We've got... The Earthquake is going to level all of this. No more heroes. Here's the Earthquake. Oh. Even kills the Murmillo. And meanwhile, we've got Shelty out of heroes, and we've got still the Chimera. Oh no, I mean still the Cyclops and the Chimera. We have a town center built, but Shelty now. No eco. No pop. I mean, if he was so close, I mean, it looks bad now, but he was actually really close in gold blocking. And if he wouldn't have done quite so badly in this big fight here, still throwing units around. But I don't think it's too late. I mean, the specials are just tearing him up. I mean, this Cyclops has done so much damage this whole game. But yeah, what I say it comes down to is this one fight here that Shelty technically won, but he didn't win it by as much as he should have. He let his Terma fight in too close of quarters. He needed to kind of maneuver his tumor a little bit during the fight, and that meant that he didn't quite have an army for the gold block. And it still would have been tough. Thanks for the stream. Yes, you're welcome. Here comes Hyperion up. Where's the Chimera? Oh, he used Chaos, but he missed the Chimera. Oh, no. He missed the Chimera. And that is GG. So Matreiuss, off of a Ares rush into a one-town center earthquake, has won the game and won the series. So Matreiuss proceeds further into the winner's bracket. Shelty gets knocked down to the loser's bracket. Nice games here. Well played. I like the strategy by Matreiuss. The Ares rush. You don't see it much. That was enjoyable. He played that well. He sure did. He played it well. Nice defense here. The walls to defend his gold mine. He knew that he just needed to delay long enough for the earthquake to come in while still producing military. Got a nice fight where he's able to just defend long enough, and that was all he needed. Really nicely done. Nice push on the... I mean, you could see how citizens just not where they need to be. Economically pretty even, which when you look at it, Matreiuss shouldn't be even because of the time he spent aging up. Kill death ratio, 109 killed. Whoa. Yikers. 53 loss, so he was a 2-to-1 kill death ratio. And a lot of that was the myth units. That Cyclops just... Is he still alive? He is. The end of the game, he's still alive with 45 HP. Wow. Well played by Matreiuss, for sure. And like, this is the fight I'm talking about here, that Shelty should have been able to win that a little bit stronger than what he did. But that is it for tonight, guys. So GG's, well played by Matreiuss here. Let's update our scorecard. So end of the game, Oranos. All right, so nice set of different gods here, though. I like it. I mean, we saw quite, I mean, unlike some tournaments in the past where it would be like, you know, set Zeus, set Zeus, set Zeus, set Zeus over and over and over again. It's nice to see variety where we're seeing Shelty with 3 different gods, Matreiuss with 2 different gods. Overall, a nice series here. And we are still just in the first round of the double elimination stage. So we've got quite a few high-level games yet to get through here, so I'm pretty excited about it. It's only gonna get better from here. So Shelty moves down to the losers bracket. Matreiuss moves on in the winners bracket. I'm not sure who he plays actually, but we'll figure it out. Looking forward for you guys for my stream schedule. I'm hoping to do the last of the first round of the double elimination games tomorrow night, about the same time as here, so starting about that. Does the winners bracket get 1 game head start? We're still figuring it out. We weren't sure if we were going to do, we were thinking we'd probably do a double elimination going into it, but it was kind of based on there not being any delays in the first 3 rounds. Honestly, I was surprised we didn't get any delays. We were right on time, so that allowed us to do our double elim. So probably in hindsight, we maybe should have had it set already. But we've pulled the players left in the top 8, and we'll be figuring it out probably this weekend or early next week. We'll know. So we're not sure yet. We got a couple weeks yet before, though, we really need to know. But we're not sure. But anyway, yeah, we still got a good set of series left. But yeah, tomorrow night will be, or tomorrow the same time as this, hoping to get the last of the first round of the double elimination games done. I've done 3. I've got 1 more left to do. And then I'm hoping to get maybe not on the 8th, but then 3 nights from now, I'm hoping to move on to maybe one of the weekend games that I don't know the results of. So that would be pretty awesome. So, and then we'll move on to bigger and better things next week. But thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Nice little crowd, nice little activity in the chat. Good to see. Good to have you guys along. Hope you guys are enjoying all of these tournament streams. I've been getting a lot of good comments, not just on the stream about the stream, but also good comments about the tournament, good comments about how it's gone, and so I think it has gone. Honestly, it's gone better than even I thought it would. I mean, I had confidence in my ability and my Boyd's ability to run a tournament, but I thought there'd be more problems than what we faced so far. So far it's gone really well. So we are glad for that, and keep tuning in for the games. We've got, hopefully, if you like to watch the games live, we should have 2 series, I think, live this weekend. I'm not sure the times, and then of course we'll have recorded game streams. Boyd and me will be doing them on our channels. They typically show up on the YouTube channels. If you miss it on live, I'll throw in my YouTube, and then I got Boyd's. If you look at the bottom right of the screen, I also got Boyd's YouTube channel as well. So thanks everybody for watching. I'm going to go to bed. I gotta work tomorrow, so I work all weekend. Yep, so such is life. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch you all later. Bye.